Yeah, I think it's organization. I mean, first and foremost, we have I think we have a good advantage. We're well organized here. We have good fields, good horses. Um, we have a great captain in Gonzalito. He organizes the team quite well, and we have really good chemistry. I think that's also important. You know, when we build our teams, we try to find guys that enjoy each other's company, that get along quite well, and you know, we spend a lot of time off the field together, and whether it's training or having dinners or just staying close, I think we try to build we try to build the team like a family. And I think if you stay close, I think, you know, when it comes to the tough moments in a game, you know you can trust each other. And I think that's been our secret success, because there's been a lot of games that we could have lost in the 5th and 6th Chukkers, and we have a way of not cracking. And I think understanding how to perform under pressure is about trust, and knowing that every one of the teammates on the team can make the play, can make an important play at the right moment. So I think that's our success. I think it's a combination of trust and having a great captain and having a very good organization. Yeah, I mean, the idea from the beginning was to create, you know, in 2008, a place where people could come and play relaxed polo in the spring and the fall. And the vision was to really extend the Wellington season, because, you know, there's great fields here. There's a lot of pros from the United States. A lot of American pros live here. It was a chance to give Americans more opportunity and more jobs. And it was also a chance to give, you know, other sponsors that were coming up from the low goal to transition to the medium goal. And our vision was always to see that medium goal sponsors could transition into the high goal. And we have to create access. If we don't create that access point where people can come into the low goal, then transition to the medium goal, then U.S. high goal dies. And so our vision was always to try to create an infrastructure or an ecosystem where team owners and patrons could keep moving up and do it in an affordable way and have a good time. And, you know, over time, the club has evolved. You know, it now is a club that plays polo a total of 8 months out of the year. I think it's one of the more active clubs in the United States today. And it just doesn't cater to just one clientele. I think the idea is to create a club that's open, an open access for kids, for beginners, you know, for medium goal players, high goal players, and to do so in a relaxed, you know, friendly environment. No, I think it's been fun. I mean, the business plan has changed a few times. I think if there's one thing that Melissa and I care a lot about is the customer. You know, we want people to come to our club and feel comfortable. We want them to feel like that the conditions are safe, so we invest a lot of money in our fields. We want to make sure we have the best umpires, the best medics, and we want people to feel like they're at home. And so we keep it, you know, the attendance is free. We do barbecues on the weekends for free. We want people to feel like they're part of a family. And, you know, take polo back, you know, 10, 20 years ago, where polo was more friendly and more accessible. And I think that's been the secret for our club, is just making people feel very comfortable and making sure that the customer, you know, comes first. We're in the process of purchasing Zakara Farms, and we've always had a good relationship with Lyndon, and he's made a decision to, you know, to not play here permanently. Maybe we hope one day he comes back. We've told him he can come practice anytime he wants. But he's a good guy and someone we've known for a long time, and we really respected his commitment to what he built. And he knows that we're going to keep it going and that we're going to enjoy it. And so we had a situation where we had too many stables inside of South 40, and it was a bit disorganized for us, and now this gives us a chance to be very organized. In addition, you know, we're going to move a good portion of the Grand Champions to there, and we're putting in 3 more fields, so we'll have a total of 6 fields there. And the idea is, in a moment where, you know, fields might be decreasing in Wellington, our idea is to increase the number of fields. And I also think it represents a trend that polo in Wellington is moving a bit south. So if you think about where Zakara is, and you think about where Valiente is, you know, this is really where polo is shifting to, where the high goal polo fields are going to be, and perhaps, you know, where a lot of the high goal games will be played in the future. So, you know, for me, I grew up in the mountains of Colorado, and so it's really fun for me to go home in the summer, and the weather there is amazing. There's a million things to do in the summer. I feel like I'm the Chamber of Commerce for Aspen, explaining why it's so great, but everyone should come to Aspen, try one summer, and you'll see what we see, which is so many outdoor activities, so much culture, great restaurants, great weather, great polo. And the polo, there's always been polo in Aspen. For almost 40 years there's been polo in Aspen. But it's always been a bit quiet and perhaps not as organized as what we're trying to accomplish. And now I think the polo's more organized. We have rented another field from the Rosespur Club. So we've combined the two clubs, Rosespur and Aspen Valley, together, which is pretty exciting. Jeff Hildebrand's put in an amazing field up there, so that brings another field to the club. So we'll have 4 fields this summer. The goal is over the next 3 years to build another championship field, to take more fields. We increased the number of teams from 4 to 6 in the medium goal, in the 14 goal. And then we also have a 5-goal coaching league as well, and the polo school. And then we have arena polo as well on Thursday nights, which is a lot of fun. So there's something for everyone. And there's so many people in Aspen that are excited about polo. It's a lot like the Hamptons was 15 years ago. There were so many people there in the summer and so many people interested in learning the game. And I think our mission, is really to introduce the people of Aspen to polo and make it very accessible for them, similar to what we've done here in Palm Beach. And the whole mission, whether it's Grand Champions or Aspen, is to let people know that polo's not closed to them. There's such a misconception about polo. Everyone has this pretty woman idea in their mind about polo, and it's a horrible idea. The idea is that actually polo is quite casual. It's families, it's kids, it's a good barbecue, it's lining up the ball and playing with your friends and having a good time. And for me, as I get older in my polo career, that for me is what's the most satisfying, is having a good time and playing with friends. I think that was a fun experience. It was something that I really wanted to do. It was a trophy that was really important to my father. He'd won it before, and he was really excited to see another generation on that trophy. And my hope is that my son and Melissa and Riley could be on that trophy. It's something that's special to our family, and we really have a lot of respect for Peter. And Peter called me and asked me to come and support him, and I think that's what polo's about. I think you need to support friends, and I think the team owners need to stay together and support each other. The reality is, it's people like Peter Brandt that have made polo continue and made polo a success. And so we need to respect that, we need to honor that, and our hope is that all the team owners can stay together and respect the heritage of U.S. polo. So it was fun. It was unexpected. I didn't have an expectation that we were going to win, and we did win. Miguel played incredible. Nick played incredible. Juancitos really grew up in that tournament, and I had one of my better tournaments I think I've ever had. So it was fun. I mean, I was born in New York, so it was nice to go back there and win. And we talked a lot about it, about going back there, and so yeah, we'll go back there. Well, really, it's Melissa's business. Melissa came up with the idea for live streaming and instant replay and the challenge system, and she's very passionate about taking technology and making polo better and making it fairer. And I think it's come an incredible way in 2 years. And this year we made a partnership with the USPA for the high goal. I think the USPA is now beginning to see the value of the live stream product and how that it really can connect its membership and the brand and extend the game into places it's never been extended before. And I think that's pretty exciting. I think we continue to do Chukker TV in the low and medium goal. We did the women's tournament yesterday. We do snow polo in Aspen. So it's going to continue to be a partnership. I don't know what the future holds, but I think the USPA understands the value of it. I hope they do. And the hope is that we can continue to invest together and continue to build, awareness. I think also other polo associations have looked at it and have said that's really interesting. So we've received phone calls from other associations, and I think there's this real desire to want to extend Polo into households. And I think digital media is changing that too. I think if you think about where the connectivity is and how millennials and kids look at content today, you're a media guy, you know this better than anyone. Content has completely changed. Television will be a memory in 20 to 30 years. How we receive content is all going to be through the internet and through wireless devices. And for me, Sebastian, the content is all tailored content. And so viewer preferences is now more towards this narrow, focused content. So instead of getting 14 million viewers for a soccer match, instead now what you get is you get maybe a couple of million viewers, but all the soccer matches are on. And I think Chukker TV is just the beginning of it. I really commend the USPA for being forward-thinking as an association, as an apparel brand, because I think this content is what's going to make people excited about buying the shirts, about joining the USPA. And once again, it's just another invitation to play polo. Everything we do is with an eye towards inviting people to come join us and play polo.